Welcome into Dubs Talk Live, brought to you by Fit Aid Laura Britt, alongside our Warriors insider Monte Poole. We're coming at you live from the Warriors team store just outside of Chase Center. A big win for the Warriors tonight, 120-101 over the Rockets. It's their 13th win of the season and their 10th consecutive win at Chase Center. There's no doubt this team is dominant at home. Tonight, it was Andrew Wiggins, who has a season-high 36 points, so close to getting his career high in three-pointers. Instead, he ties it with 8, but he was a big story tonight, just all over the floor. I mean, he said that it's like a pool for him. He was just shooting, just keep giving him the ball.
Yeah, when a guy makes 14 of 19 from the field, 8 of 10 from 3, I mean, that's 80% from 3. That's ridiculous. And you just don't see that very often. That's Klay Thompson, Steph Curry category right there, where guys making that many shots from that far away. So I think in Andrew's case, though, and Steve Kerr mentioned this, he said that something got away from Andrew a little bit in the past few games, not giving him the ball, not giving him much of a chance to do much. Andrew had 39 points total in the last 3 games. Tonight, he almost got that in 1 game. So watching him shoot tonight was like an exhibition, and it's just one of those things that you can see at some point the fans got so involved that every time he shot, you could hear the crowd waiting for it to drop because everything was going in. And so when you can shoot the ball like that, you're in the same company as Stephen Curry, you're in the same company as Klay Thompson, and Jordan Poole has nights like that also. But tonight, it was Wiggins.
What impressed you the most about Wiggins tonight? Obviously, the number is there.
Yeah.
What about his game impressed you the most?
Well, just the efficiency. I mean, to shoot 75% in a game is crazy when you shoot 19 times. And so watching him shoot it with such effortless form, and didn't matter who defended him, he found a way to shoot it. And you reached a point where, and we've seen this with Steph and Klay, where you almost thought at some point it's going to go in every time, because for a while there it just seemed to happen that way. And so and that's what he's been doing. Andrew's efficiency this year has been phenomenal, off the charts. He is now on a team with Stephen Curry, the team's most efficient three-point shooter. That's pretty crazy, but it's true.
That is wild to say. And it wasn't just Andrew Wiggins, though. The team as a whole, from three-point range, shooting almost 50%. They were at 48.1%. They had 25 made threes tonight. As we check out Dalton Johnson, our Warriors reporter's tweet, 25 for 52 on three-pointers for the Warriors. The Rockets, 3 for 28. That is a game crusher if you're the opposing team. But you come into Chase Center knowing this fact, knowing what this team is capable of. How many Splash Brothers are there now? There are so many Splash Brothers.
On any given night, you've got Wiggins, Poole, Curry, and Thompson. Any given night, any one of those 4 guys can give you 30. And tonight it was Wiggins. You know, Poole can do it. You know, he's done it before. Curry and Thompson, of course, we know they've done it many, many times over the past 8, 10, 12 years. So when you got a guy like Wiggins, though, can come in and come off a game where he's not done much in terms of scoring, 3 games in a row, where his scoring was just not, it wasn't that he didn't score, he just didn't get many shots. He didn't get more than 11 shots in any of the last 3 games. And so when you look at that, and then you come out tonight and you think, oh my God, he's getting the ball and they let him shoot it and he's making them. That's when you ride a guy like that. When you see a guy making a shot at that rate, you want to feed him, becomes a smorgasbord.
Well, the Warriors had 4 players in double digits tonight. Andrew Wiggins with 36, Steph with 30, Jordan Poole with 21, and Moses Moody with 11 points tonight. Jordan Poole also had some flair tonight, and I think that's what really, he's got the 21 points, 5 of 8 from three-point range, 8 of 14 from the field, but the no-look flair was where it was at for Jordan Poole.
And you watch Jordan, and he has that flair to his game, and I hope he never loses it. But on that play, I mean, he just came in, and he's obviously a guy who can score. We've seen him do that. But when you can pass the ball and score, you become a double threat. And that's what Jordan had a game 2 games ago where he had 9 assists, and he didn't really score much. But then he comes back with a 30-point scoring game. So tonight he kind of combined it. He had 5 assists early in the game, and then he started to score. So you look at what he was able to do over the course of the game. But that pass that he made, that behind-the-back pass, no-look pass, was just something that you just don't see very often in the course of a game, and it was perfect. I mean, to hit, here he goes, right there. To see J.K. move to the basket, I think J.K.'s roll to the hoop was crucial, because a lot of times a guy can make that pass, but if a guy isn't ready for it, he gets fumbled. and J.K. caught it and dropped it in, and the crowd was like, whoa! So it was a highlight of the night on a pass, which doesn't happen a lot, but that was surely one.
I think it also speaks to the chemistry of this team. We see Steph, Draymond, Clay play like that, and they have done that for a long time. Andre Iguodala, a part of that as well. To see some of the younger guys on the team, I think it says a lot more about the chemistry and how they're fleshing things out in practice.
Yes. Yeah, the second unit has really been, for the first month of the season, they were really struggling. And Steve Kerr made a change. He put Draymond Green out there with the second unit. And ever since then, you've seen the guys play better. It's come together. Draymond's are really good at organizing and leading guys and directing guys. And now Jordan Poole is playing back, is on his game. He's scoring, he's shooting. But you've got Kuminga out there. You've got guys like Anthony Lamb out there. And so you've got DiVincenzo. When you see a pass like that, it tells you these guys have worked out before. And for Jordan to have the guts to make that pass in through traffic, and to get it right where it had to be for J.K. to dunk it, that takes confidence, it takes guts, and it also takes a little bit of luck because, again, J.K. did not fumble it, and that's an easy pass to fumble because it's like, whoa, where'd it come from? But it got on him real quick, he put it down. So that's one of the keys to the Warriors sort of finding themselves over the last couple of weeks is that the second unit is looking like a positive team now. The first month of the season, they were not good at all. I mean, they were blowing leads like that. They had a game against Houston, in fact. The last time they were in Houston, about 2 weeks ago, the second quarter opened, the Warriors had a 12-point lead. Within 3 minutes, that lead was gone.
Yep.
It was gone. The Warriors were down by 1. And so
bring in Steph.
And so
bring him back in.
So ever since then, in fact, in that same game, in the fourth quarter, that's when Steve Kerr went to Draymond in the fourth quarter in the second unit, and ever since then, he stuck with it, and it's worked.
Yeah, it has worked, and we've seen Draymond be a leader for this team.
Yep.
Speaking of the bench, Moses Moody, very effective tonight for the Warriors. 11 points scored, 3 of 3 from three-point range. Let's listen in to what Moses Moody has to say after the Warriors win over the Rockets.
So the Twitter streets are calling you Stay Ready. You a fan of that nickname?
Yeah, it's cool. I take it.
Did you know pregame, I mean, especially with Clay out, that you were going to be in the rotation tonight?
Yeah, I had a pretty good idea. You know, nothing certain. Never really know 100%. But
How did, I guess, like, what's your mindset like going into tonight? Like, what do you want to do when you get out there?
be solid. You know, go in there, do what I'm supposed to do. I know my role, know what I'm expected to do. So try to do that to the best of my ability.
What have been the main areas of your game you've been working on in practice when you haven't been playing as much?
You said what areas?
Yeah, of your game have you been working on?
I've been doing a lot, ball handling, to just getting into a good rhythm with that, knock down shots on the move, stationary defense, on-ball defense, getting into the defenders, getting over the screens, and then conditioning, trying to stay in shape.
Has it been any more difficult this season, or is it similar to last season, like kind of the challenge of, staying ready?
Honestly, I would say it's different. It's different this year, but more so because last year everything was new, and I wasn't positive about how prepared I was for everything. You know, I'm a rookie. I believe in myself. I believe in what I can do, but it wasn't really validated in my head necessarily. So every time I'm getting out there trying to figure it out. But now I feel more so that I know I'm ready. I know I'm ready for everything just to come out there. I know I can stick with anybody out there. But it's the same situation, so you just got to deal with that.
That is what makes it more difficult, though,
yeah.
I assume is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, what specifically, how do you manage those challenges of, like, knowing that you're ready, but then going, I think you only played you didn't play in 3 of the last 4 games, but, like, going through those stretches where you're not playing?
I mean, it sucks. But that's the situation. It is what it is, and I just gotta be the best person I can be. Work on what I can work on. Outside of that, make sure I'm ready for it whenever my name gets called, and then and just go out there every day, because like you all can see at any time I can get thrown in the game, and then I got to get out there and play. And even when I'm not, I get to be an NBA player every day. So just getting out there and supporting my team and try to get wins.
Kuminga was kind of in a similar situation earlier this season where he was on the outside looking in, and he kind of found a nice role. I know with your situation in particular, it's more of like just a numbers game that's kind of keeping you out of the rotation, I guess you could say. I mean, who are some of those guys that you're leaning on to just support you or help you, navigate this?
I would say Loon, definitely. That's my dog. Dre is a guy. I really just go with the flow, talk to a lot of different people. That's one of my favorite things about this job is just the people that you get to be around on a daily basis. Even maybe if it's not even the team, but I might just be sitting on the bus and a security guard might come sit next to me and we can have a great conversation because they have a completely different story than I do. So just that. I mean, I might be sitting at the team dinner and Double R come sit next to me and give me some game about the league, So that's one of the best parts about this job.
Steve said that, he just believes in you as a human being, and tonight really showed why. I just kind of want to know about your guys' relationship, and then knowing tonight that you'd be in the rotation. What was that conversation like with him maybe tonight, earlier today or previously before today as well?
I didn't really have that conversation with him. So, I respect him a lot as a person, as a coach. I think he believes in me. That's kind of evident for him to rock with me the way he do. So just throw me in the game. Even last year as a rookie, in the finals and in the Western Conference, all that, just having that trust in me. So I just got to keep building on that and give him something to believe in.
So Moses Moody saying that he's always trying to stay ready for when his name's called upon. The Warriors always call upon their star, Steph Curry. He scores 30 points tonight, 8 of 17 from three-point range, 10 of 21 from the field. Steph is the engine that makes this team go. He is so much of that. But I think it's very interesting to hear Moses Moody say, Draymond Green, Kevon Looney, this is a true team approach, but Steph is the leader.
No doubt. Steph is the guy who makes the offense go. And the Warriors are fun to watch on offense because Steph is out there. And I tell people all the time, I said, Kevin Durant is a legend. He came to the Warriors, and it took him about a half a season to figure out how to play with Steph. And at that point, he said, okay, our offense is really Steph. Basically, Steph is our offense. And he really is because of the gravity he creates. There are times when you see 2 and 3 and 4 defenders chasing him, which makes the game so much easier for his teammates. And so when Steph is out there, he's going to get that attention and yet somehow find a way to still be productive. It's pretty amazing to watch, but guy's been doing it for over a decade now. So it's like, I hate to say it, but it's almost like Warrior fans are used to it.
It is something to get used to because you expect the shots to go in every single time. His 7th double-double of the season, 30 points, 10 assists. The team as a whole with 34 total assists tonight. That's been a big part of what the Warriors have been able to do this season as well. But that is their brand of basketball.
Yes.
Is pass it to the guy who's hot, Andrew Wiggins. I think that's something else that's really impressive about Steph Curry. If I'm Steph Curry, I'm saying, get me the ball. I'm going to make every three.
Probably.
But that's not how he plays. He takes his shot when it's his chance, but he's also dishing to Andrew Wiggins. He's also dishing to his teammates.
Yes, he will occasionally take the YOLO shot where he's like, okay, I'm just going to fire this up from 35 feet.
And it always goes in.
And sometimes they go in, so it's like, okay, it's Steph. But if you think back to the games where Klay Thompson set records for most points in a quarter and most three-pointers in a game, the night that he had 14 threes in a game that Klay did, the 14th three came off a pass from Steph. And nobody was happier. He knew Klay had a chance to break the record with that shot. He passed it to him and waited for it to go in, and when it went in, Steph leaped in the air. He gets as much joy out of seeing Klay get going or Draymond get anybody else making three-point shots besides himself because he understands what it means for the team. And so watching him do that, you play with Steph, you can not just expect for him to get his points, he's going to get you involved. Look for him. And tonight, that's 10 assists. He's had some games where he had 11 assists, 12 assists. So when you think about Curry, you always think about the shooting because that's the one part of his game that is like epic. And people look at that. But he is so much a part of getting his other guys involved. On a fast break, he'll have the ball down the middle, and you can see him looking for Clay on the wing. And he'll hit him in stride, and Clay get the easy shot. So that's why when people said early this season, there were people saying, oh, maybe Clay should come off the bench and they should start Jordan. Yeah, Steph could play with Jordan, but Steph and Clay have a chemistry. They have a thing where they don't have to read each other anymore. They just know what to do instinctively. And they play off each other at both ends of the court. And so Steve Kerr never even thought about making that change. He knows what it means. And so watching Steph tonight without Clay, he got the other guys going. He was the last guy to score in the starting lineup tonight, Steph was. Looney got a bucket. Draymond got a bucket. Wiggins got a bucket. Jordan got a bucket. Okay, Steph said, okay, now I'll get a bucket, but he wanted to make sure everybody else got into some sort of a flow, and that's what got the offense started, and you saw the Warriors took off early with a huge lead in the first quarter and never lost it.
Yeah, and Klay Thompson sitting out tonight, Steve Kerr giving him a little extra rest on the second night of a back-to-back, and it was back-to-back wins for the Warriors for the first time this season. They beat the Bulls last night and the Rockets tonight. 120-101 was the final from Chase Center. Monte Poole and Britt coming at you live from the Warriors team store. We're rolling along here on Dubs Talk Live, brought to you by Fit Aid.
Dubs Talk Live is presented by Fit Aid, the #1 post-workout recovery drink in America. Try now and visit drinkfitaid.com.
Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, I got to pull up YouTube. I got to pull up YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
What's up, YouTube fam?
YouTube. Hello, YouTube.
I got to find, I forgot to do that. I'm trying to get your comments pulled up here. Hang on. So we can chat with you. Okay. Oh, here we go.
Loon, okay.
So on cam straight to Steph. Okay.
No JP tonight, huh?
Okay. What was I looking for? Let's see. Oh, here. Dubs are bullies at home. They just got to get this road thing figured out. That is the truth.
Yeah, they got a monster road trip coming up in a little bit.
Can they get it figured out?
They got Utah on Wednesday, come home for Boston on Saturday, and then they go on the road for like 2 weeks.
Does that mean you're on the road for 2 weeks?
I am not.
Oh,
I don't do much road travel in the regular season.
really?
No, that's Dalton's thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I pick and choose, and so far I haven't picked the game I wanted to go to. And they're okay with it.
Don't you take that?
Well, plus, like next Saturday, I'm in the studio with the pre and post, so they
Oh, yeah,
confuse
yeah.
me in all kinds of ways.
Back here on Dubs Talk Live, brought to you by Fit Aid. Britt alongside our Warriors insider Monte Poole, coming at you live from the Warriors team store just outside of Chase Center. 120-101 was the final as the Warriors beat the Rockets tonight. It's their 13th win of the season, 10 consecutive wins at Chase Center. They're dominant here. Steph Curry with 30 points tonight. Let's listen in to his postgame presser right now.
Have you noticed, like, beyond just like obviously the percent, Andrew Wiggins' 3-point percentage is like, career high right now. But have you noticed since he's been here, like behind the scenes, like gradually, like, oh, he's becoming a better 3-point shooter, over time?
I don't watch most of his workouts, but in practice, he's always in like the scrimmages or drills. He's always been a pretty, above average shooter, and then how it translates into the game. It's just gotten better and better and better, and he's got more confident. He's looking for it and allowing the game to be a lot easier when he can just catch and shoot and have confidence in those shots. And then I remember 3 or 4 nights where he's had nights kind of like this where it's anytime he touches it, it feels like it's going in. So it helps throughout the regular season, make the game a little easier for him. knowing he can pick and choose his spots, especially because we have so many weapons. When me, Clay, him, and JP are out there, you don't know when your shots are going to really come. And when he gets hot, it's just fun because he cracks that Wiggs smile that we all love, and that's a big part of what we do.
You guys are making more than ever this year as a team. I think after 25 tonight, you're up towards like 16.7 per game, which is, I think, 2 more than you've ever made as a team. I mean, does it feel like that? Does it feel like it's more than ever from deep?
I know we're taking a lot and making a lot. We had a couple of games where it's kind of bit us down the stretch, but you have, I mean, Draymond's making some. You got Wiggs, me, JP, Clay, you know, guys off the bench, Dante, you know, Moses here a couple tonight. Ants made, like, we have a lot of guys that if you're getting good quality shots, you have a lot of confidence that everybody can step up and knock them down. You still have to find that balance when they're not falling. That's probably an area of growth for us, but it's fun when the ball's moving. Like, it's a fun way to play because you're creating good shots, and then that avalanche can kind of come, you know, out of nowhere.
Steph, last year you guys talked a lot about with Moses, kind of his maturity for such a young age. What does a performance like this say about him? 17 minutes, 11 points after back-to-back DMPs and kind of being in and out of the rotation for a little bit now.
Just how the season goes, especially with the way our roster is built and, you know, mixing the rotation a little bit. You have to just stay ready and just play with confidence when you're out there. And he came in right away and made it, I think, his first 2 shots and played with a lot of energy. So he puts the work in. It's not surprising ever when he comes in. You know, when he makes contribution, you can feel his presence out there because he stays ready. He works. He comes with a great attitude, just understanding challenges of him getting in the rotation consistently. And if it doesn't happen, he stays positive, he stays engaged. And then when he's out there ready to go, he plays.
Stephen, Andrew said he puts up more than 100 threes most practices, probably fewer than 200. I know you and Durant used to put up, I don't know, 200 plus. Have you seen Andrew kind of take that to another level? And he said he goes until he feels good, till it's smooth coming out of his hand, till, you know, it's going in. I mean, what's sort of your philosophy on how many shots to take in a pregame or in a practice? Or?
I mean, I have a set routine that has evolved over 14 years. Certain days you're more focused on your rhythm and your feel versus just kind of getting through the design workout that you know sharpens the toolkit throughout the season because, you know, you're on your feet a lot and there's a lot of minutes that you're playing depending on the window of the season. I don't necessarily I don't watch his workouts as much, so I don't know the details of, or I don't have anything to add based on what he said, but when you have something that you're trying to work on and add to your game and how that evolves throughout your career, it's nice that you can rely on the work that goes into it and feel a certain level of confidence going throughout the season. Whether you're making or missing on the game, that's what you go back to and rely on. Same thing JP was talking about this week. So it's great to hear that he's being rewarded for the work that he's putting in and connecting the mind to it as well, because that's a big part of it.
With 30 of the Warriors' 120 points tonight. We're coming back after this. You're watching Dubs Talk Live. We're going to talk a little Kevon Looney coming up next, talk about consistency. Oh, we are on break. We just went
YouTube
straight
time.
to break. It's YouTube time. Now we get to hang with our YouTube friends.
YouTube, baby.
Hey, we're ready. We're ready.
YouTube.
Where's everybody watching from? I always like to know that.
Some of them are outside the country.
That is true. We had someone from the Philippines last time. I loved this. Somebody was commenting on, they agree with you, Monty, on who wants to go to some of the road cities. What's
I
your
mean-
favorite trip, like road trip?
Oh, favorite, it's got to be New York.
New York, yeah.
Yeah, New York is,
Easy.
but there are some great cities. I mean, Toronto's awesome. I can always do LA for a visit.
Mm-hmm.
Never want to live there, but visit. Miami for a visit.
Oh, yeah?
But there are some cities that, I don't mind missing at all. And,
Not to be named. We could probably guess.
well, one of them is a city that's only been in NBA basketball for about maybe 12 years now. Used to be another city that everybody liked. And maybe that city that everybody liked will be back in the NBA at some point in the next few years. Yeah.
Wow, Austria and England.
Woo!
We're everywhere. But also Santa Clara. What's up, Oakland? How much time do we have? You said 1:40. Was that right? 1:40. Okay.
It's good to hear our YouTube audience out there, though. You know what I'm saying?
know, it's fun.
Like, yeah. Glad to have you.
You're watching Dubs Talk Live, brought to you by FitAid, Laura Britt, alongside our Warriors insider, Monte Poole, and we're at the Warriors team store at Chase Center. Kevon Looney is a guy that we haven't even gotten the chance to talk about yet.
Right.
9 of the Warriors' 120 points scored tonight came from him, but impressively, 12 of the defensive rebounds came from Kevon Looney. He is Mr. Consistent, 134 consecutive games that Kevon Looney's played in.
Yeah, and this is a guy his career, the way it started out, you would never imagine he would play so many consecutive games because, he had surgery on one hip one year. Then he had surgery on the other hip the next year. And then he had a stomach issue. He had an abdominal issue. He's had neuropathy that he has right now. And so he's playing through these things. He's managing himself. He's using his diet. He does what he calls yoga. It's a combination of yoga. It's basically yoga for jocks is what it is. And he says it's been wonderful for him. Moses Moody is one of those guys who also does yoga. So, hey, if you're Kevon Looney and you're doing yoga and it's letting you play every game, keep at it.
I've just done the regular yoga, never yoga.
What, are you a jock?
I guess not. So I can't. I'm automatically eliminated from yoga.
There you go. You got to be a jock to do yoga.
Just the regular yoga for me. The Warriors with their 10th consecutive win at Chase Center, 120-101, the final from San Francisco as the Warriors beat the Rockets. They have off until Monday. They'll face the Pacers. For Monte Poole, I'm Laura Britt. We'll see you back here soon.
We got on the tube here.
Oh, wait, are we?
A couple of minutes on YouTube.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. There may be a question or two out there.
Okay, let's see. Let me see what our YouTube, because they said thank you for doing this. We're happy to have you guys watching and listening. Okay, let's see. We appreciate you guys doing this for us. We appreciate you being here. Let's see if anybody's got any questions. Just drop them in the chat, and we can.
We got a couple minutes.
I can pick Monty's brain.
Or
Somebody
you can pick
said
your brain.
somebody's in England and they said it's 5:12 a.m. there. That's dedication.
Ooh, wow.
That's
a fan.
Or are you just up that early for work? I hope not. Oh, it's a Saturday, so hopefully
wow,
not.
that's impressive though. Man.
Sunday, yeah. Okay, so here's a comment, not so much a question.
Right.
Jay says the problem is the second unit tries to play like the first unit. They're just different players, adjust to the player's strengths. And you can see how you have such effortless basketball from the first unit. I think it's easy because a lot of opposing teams you'll see sometimes will try and play at the level of the Warriors' first unit.
Right.
And that probably is hard for the second unit guys.
Yeah, it is because the first unit guys, Steph, Clay, and Draymond have been together for so long. I mean, it's rare you have three teammates go on for more than a decade, and they're at that point now. So they don't have to really say much to each other. They know what to do. You'll see a lot of passes that Draymond will make to Steph or Clay that it's like he just makes it because he knows he's going to be there. And he's not looking for anything. It's just anticipation and knowing. It's the experience of having gone through it hundreds of times before. The second unit is playing much better largely because Draymond's out there. And he's giving them some of that. You know, he's making some of those passes. Tonight, They went 17 minutes in this game without a turnover.
That
which
was
for the
huge,
Warriors
yes.
is like, what team is this? But then they had like 6 in like 5 minutes. And so like, okay,
But
let's
still,
catch up now.
13 on the
No, I mean,
game,
that's-
which was
that's great.
significantly less than
Yeah,
what they've
that's
been
great for this team
doing.
because, I mean, last night they had 20 turnovers and they gave up 27 points last night off turnovers. So to see the progress in the first quarter and a half, it's like, whoa, look at the Warriors taking care of the ball. But back to the second unit. The main thing about the second unit is that they understand the principles now. And Draymond has them organized, and so that's why they've been so much better is that they have shooters, they have defenders now, and they're organized. And so I think it'll keep getting better as they play more together.
Nicole did ask any updates on Poole's foot, and Steve Kerr said that both Steph Curry and Jordan Poole were fine.
Yeah. They both came back to the game, and they looked kind of rough on both of them at first. I mean, Steph went down, he came up limping, as did Jordan later, but they came back and played. Now, you know, who knows what might happen overnight, because sometimes you get that swelling or something, but we'll see how they look. They'll be off tomorrow on Sunday, then we'll see how they look on Monday when the Pacers come to town, because at that point, you'll see an injury report Monday morning, and it will tell you which one is playing or which one's probable or, you know, just the status of each player that's on the list.
Yeah, so good news as of right now.
Oh, yeah,
From Steve Kerr
absolutely.
hearing that they're okay.
Absolutely.
So we will wait to see about the injury report.
Yeah,
on
you won't know
Monday.
for sure until Monday. There
Yeah.
won't be any updates. And Monday, if you look at the injury report and you don't see Curry, you don't see Poole, then it means that they're good to go.
Well, this has been fun.
Oh,
The
absolutely.
YouTube party.
Yeah.
Can I join more often?
Anytime. Come join us. Come on now.
This is great.
Yes,
Thanks, Monty. The
yes.
first show that Monty and I have done together.
That's right.
So this is great. Thanks for
She
having me.
killed it.
I love it. Great to see all of you guys, to see people watching from India and all over. So we're really happy to have you joining us here on YouTube. And hopefully I'll see you guys soon. I know Monty will for sure. Bye.
Yes, yes. Take care.